Hey guys, so today we're going to do the what's on my iPhone tag, and it's really hard for me to hold it up this way and show you. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to place it on my bed and we'll go through everything that way. So I'm going to give you an in-depth review of what's on my phone and what I love the most. So if you're interested in what's on my iPhone, then just keep on watching this video. Okay, so right here on my home screen, I just have a picture of Emmanuel and I. That's from a couple weeks ago. And then I have the little Juicy Couture bow for the slide part. And then up here, it says Miss Chrissy with a kiss. And all that was customized with my Jailbreak. And as you can see here, I only have 2 pages of apps. I'm not really a huge app person, and I don't like a lot of pages of apps either. So my first page of apps are just the pretty basic normal ones and ones that I use more frequently. And then on this page, I have them grouped mostly into categories. So starting here, we just have the normal basic apps: camera, photos, notes, settings, my bank account, the clock. Then we just have the Pick Cow. Pick Cow is a really cool app. I just started using it a couple of days ago. I just started using it a couple of days ago, and basically what you do, you just put pictures that you took on the certain days of the calendar. Like you can see, I barely have any because I'm trying to like remember days or whatever, and you can actually write a little description about the day so you can remember. It's just basically like a picture diary. So I thought that was really neat. And then I have my maps, and I constantly use maps for direction. Then we have Twitter, Instagram, and there's my username on Instagram. It's Miss Chrissy. So if you want to follow me on there, you could do that. And then for Twitter, I use the EcoPhone for Twitter. I don't like Twitter for iPhone. I hate that app. Then just have Tumblr, and then we have the Uverse app. And basically what you do with Uverse is this is like a remote. It's like a remote on your phone, and you can actually set and schedule recordings. So that was really neat. You could do that when you're out if you forget to schedule something. Then we have Foursquare. I like to check into different places, restaurants, things like that, and I just think that's really neat. Then we have Pinterest, and on Pinterest, I really don't use it too much, but it's just another social networking kind of blog site basically, and you could just follow different people and repin their stuff, things like that. It's basically like Tumblr, but I like to call it a more classy version of Tumblr. Then we have Pandora. Let's see, what was the latest station I was listening to? Latest station I was listening to Lady Gaga. And yeah. And then down here we have phone, messages, mail, and Safari. And I just have my mail stuff here. I don't really like to have a lot of the numbers. I just don't like when you have those numbers right there. So that's actually bothering me as we speak, and I'm gonna go and fix that as soon as I get done with this video. But in my phone book, I like to have my names in order by first and last name. I really don't like to have just people's names in there. I like to have it by first and last name. I'm just really anal like that. I don't know why. Then text messages and the internet. Basic. This one we just have the utilities, which is basically normal stuff, boring normal stuff. Calculator, I use that a lot, calculate things. And another one that I frequently, another one that is very helpful is the Find iPhone app. Earlier this year, one day I was at school and I thought I lost my phone, and I actually had ended up throwing it in the trash can. So luckily I had my laptop with me that day, and I was just able to log on, find my iPhone, and it was in the trash. So I'm really happy that no one stole it. Then for photos, I just have PicStitch and Tweegram, and for those two, I mainly use those on Instagram. Then I have a category called fashion blogs, and what this is basically a couple of blogs that I really like to follow, and I'll just read them, you know, when I'm out, waiting, bored, something like that. And the 3 that I have here are Dulce Candy, Beauty Fash, and Confessions of a Glamaholic. And it's not an app or anything, it's just basically a link a direct link to their site, and it's basically like you just have their blog, you know, at your fingertips. And yeah, the reason my phone loads really slow is because it is jailbroken, and when you do have a jailbroken phone, it does go a little slower. I mean, maybe that's just mine, I don't know. Then we have here the finance app, and I just have other bank accounts and bills, stuff like that, blah blah. Then for social, we just have YouTube and Twitter. Then travel, I just have a few apps that I like to think of. I don't know, I just think of these apps when basically you think of travel. And I just have like American Airlines, who I always fly with. Then Hertz, I always use them for rental cars. And then Yelp is a really helpful app. Basically, if you're out somewhere, or if you just want to discover new restaurants in your area, you could do that. And then MapQuest is just another map one, and I like using MapQuest, but I don't use it too much. But the difference with MapQuest and Maps is that MapQuest actually talks to you. Then for the lifestyle category, I just have shopping things, Amazon, Chegg, and eBay. Then personal, we just have stuff like my password keeper, your monthly cycle tracker, health insurance app, things like that. And then for games, I'm not a big gamer person, so I don't really have too many game apps. I just have one here. And I used to really be into Temple Run, Paper Toss, The Doors, Draw Something, those type of apps. I really used to be into those, but you know, games come and go. Everything has their phases, so those have kind of phased out. Then for entertainment, I just have Flickster, which is movie apps. Whenever me and Mayo go to the movies, we always usually find movie times and stuff like that on our iPhone. Then Shazam is basically an app. If you're listening to a song and you want to know what it's called, you could just turn that on and it will pick up the lyrics, and it'll give you the name and artist of the song. So that's really neat. Then Jailbreak category is just my things that have to do with my phone being jailbroken. Basically like ringtones, a little internet thing, stuff like that. Just things I have to have for my phone being jailbroken. Then we just have the newsstand. I wish I could delete that, but you all know you can't. Then we have reminders. I don't use that. I don't even really like it. And then we have data usage. Whenever I first got my phone, I was really obsessed with, oh no, I think I'm going to go over my data, but I never did, so I really don't even check that thing often. I don't even use it anymore. I could actually delete it. Then we just have here the remote, the Apple remote. And this one's really cool because basically what you can do is link your laptop. I don't know if you could do it with all laptops. I know with Macs you could do it. So I have my MacBook linked up to my phone, and basically, okay, see, I just press play. And as you can see, it played on my MacBook. Well, you can't see, but yeah. And then I could just change it. And then I can actually adjust the volume, things like that. Okay, so we'll turn that off. And that's just really neat, you know, in case you're in another room or something like that, you can actually listen to you can control your music that way. Then T0. T0 is basically a countdown app. And currently I'm counting down 3 things. The 3 things I'm counting down is I'm at LA, 8 days away. New Orleans. Emmanuel and I are traveling to New Orleans hopefully in August, so that's 63 days away. And then my graduation, which is the longest, 330 days away, but I'm graduating next year in May. I'm so excited. And that's basically everything that is on my iPhone. Basically another customized thing that I have going on is the little notification center. You pull that down and it's like my background is pink and leopard. So have that. Oh, and then the other one that I have, okay, like you go into text messages and you see how it's like it shows the my background that I have is like that little Juicy Couture bow. So I just have that customized for text messages. And that's basically it on my phone. I guess I could show you like my ringtone if you'd want to see that. Or you want to hear that. Can't see a ringtone. My ringtone that I currently have is this. So that's my ringtone. And then like for no one really has customized ringtone except for Emmanuel. So yeah, that is it for my phone, and basically, I mean, there's nothing else to it. My background picture is me and my little sister. Shout out to Christy and Crystal. I don't have anything else on my phone, and if you do a what's on my iPhone, link the video down below. I'd love to see what you have on your phone, or just tell me some of your favorite apps, things that I don't have that you find really helpful, and I'll see y'all next video. Bye, girls.